Assalamu alaikum viewers. Let's talk about Boolean algebra, Boolean functions and their postulates and theorems. So we have a theorem x plus 0 is equal to x. That means if you're going to add 0 with any variable, it will end up with x with the same variable. So if you are multiplying any variable with 1, it will end up with the same variable. So the next one is if you are adding a variable with its complement, so that will equal to 1. So suppose if you are adding x 0 plus its complement 1, that will be equal to 1. So if you are adding 1 plus its complement 0, that will be equal to 1. So in both cases the output will be 1. So if you are multiplying a number like a variable or the input of an AND gate with its complement, so it will end up with 0. Suppose x is 0 dot its complement 1. So 0 dot 1, 0 multiply with 1, 0 and with 1, that will be equal to 0, right? So the next is x plus x is equal to x. So if you are adding or you are taking the OR of the same variable, it will end up with the x. Suppose you are adding 0 plus 0, that will be 0. So 1 plus 1, you are taking the OR gate, that will be equal to 1, right? In OR gate, if both of the inputs are high, the output will be high. So the next is x dot x is equal to x. So if you are taking the AND gate of same variables, it will end up with the x. Suppose you are doing 0 dot 0, it will end up with 0, or you're doing 1 dot 1, it will end up with 1. So in AND gate, both of the inputs are 0, the output will be the 0. So if both of the inputs are 1, the output will be 1. The next is x plus 1 is equal to 1. In OR gate, whatever you are adding in 1, it will end up with the 1, right? So in OR gate, if you are giving 0, the output will be 0. If you are giving 0 1, the output will be 1. For 1 0, the output will be 1. So if both of the inputs are 1, the output will be 1. So if any of the input is 1, the output will be 1, right? So anything you are adding with the 1, it will end up with the 1. So x dot 0 is equal to 0. Anything multiplied with the 0 will end up with the 0. In AND gate, if you are doing 0 dot 0, it will be 0, 0 1 0, 1 0 0 and 1 1 1. So that's also true. The next is commutative property x plus y is equal to y plus x. Remember one thing, you're talking about the Boolean algebra. That means your input is 0 or 1 and your output is also 0 or 1. So in that case, in Boolean algebra, if you are adding x plus 0, x plus y, that will be equal to y plus x. How? Suppose x is 0 and y is 1. So that will be 1 plus 0. So in both cases 1 is equal to 1. So it will be true. X y is equal to yx, right? That's also true. Next one is associative property. You're adding x plus y plus z is equal to x plus y plus z. In this, these are the parentheses, and the next one is this one. So it's also true. In that case, it's also true. But remember, if that is the Boolean algebra, if that is not Boolean algebra, that means if the x y z is not 0 1, that is 1 2 3 4 5, then this combination could be problematic. So the next is distributive, right? So uh, x plus x into y plus z equal to x y plus xc, right? So in this one, suppose you have x dot y plus z, right? So that is the distributive property. So in this case, xy plus xz, so xy plus xz, right? Another one, x plus yz, that means x plus y dot z. So first you will take x plus y, then this dot, then x plus z, right? Next one is De Morgan. X plus y complement is equal to x complement y complement. So De Morgan theorem is change the OR gate with the AND. So plus is going to be changed with the dot, and take the literals of each complement. So x is the literal, its complement is x complement. So y is the literal, so its complement is y complement. Again x y complement, again change the AND with the OR, right? And take the complement of each literal, so that will be x complement plus y complement.